And you're listening to the very first episode of the NeverFap Deluxe Daily. My name is Julius Reed. Get excited! Cueing the theme tune! And that's the theme tune for the show. Welcome, new listener, or old listener. Maybe you've come back from the future and you're like, stop before the madness begins. Yes, you're listening to the NeverFap Deluxe Daily. Well. I guess I got to explain what the show's about. So it's got segments and stuff. I actually have no idea, so I'm freaking the hell out. But, we've got 3 segments that we sort of like break it up. I guess what I want for the show, I want it to be like a morning pep talk. You wake up in the morning and it's like, bam, what are your motivations? What's your focus? That kind of thing. Of course, focused around porn addiction recovery. If you're a recovering porn addict, you sick bastard. Touching your willy, what's the deal with that? Or if you're a girl, touching your willy, maybe you had it transplanted when you were younger. I don't know what's going on. So I want it to be like, sort of like life coach, motivational, that kind of thing. But we also cover important topics, like the topic. Well, actually, it's got a segment header and it goes like this.
The viewer mail.
That's the wrong one.
The topic.
But before we get to the juicy, the delicious topic, we actually have something much more important. It's the checkup! The checkup! Thank you. The checkup. What is the checkup? It's like, I just want to start each show where, we talk about priorities and stuff. Like, it's basically me asking, how you doing? Are you doing okay? Do you need help with anything? Obviously, I can't actually answer those questions, but it's good for you, the listener, to think about these things. And it's a daily sort of like a routine check. Are you doing these things? Are you on track? So let's go through my list that I have written down. Firstly, how are you coping with life? Are you coping well? Are you dealing with stress? Is there something that you have to maybe change? Maybe you need to stop screaming into a pillow. Maybe you just need to take a step back. So yes, that's ticked off the list. How you're coping. Some of the more routine things. Did you meditate today? Or, if you just woke up, do you have plans to meditate? Meditation, obviously, so important if you want to get anywhere with your recovery, because it's about balance. And if you don't meditate, well, then you're not going to be balanced. Exercise, also really important. Did you exercise today? I know that I did my exercise routine, I think. Yes, no, I did. I did my push-ups and stuff. I was feeling real good. And, some of the more, fundamental things. Did you remain calm today? Is that something that you've got planned? Maybe you've got these events that are happening that are going to kill you, and you got to remain calm. So thinking about being calm, and awareness is also really important too. What are your strategies for awareness? If you don't have any strategies, what strategies should you develop? Well, meditation's obviously a useful one. And there's a heap of practices on the NeverFap Deluxe website, neverfapdeluxe.com/practices, a heap of different ways that you can, mentally prepare yourself so that you can be balanced and you can be calm. Hello. And also, what are you going to do differently tomorrow? Or rather, what are you going to do differently today? What's your strategy? It's all about strategy here on the show. That's how we do it. And that was the end of the checkup. The checkup. Yeah. I don't know how that went. I guess we'll revise. But yeah, just checking up, seeing how you're doing. Are you doing okay? If not, well, someone's going to have to die, and I'm going to crush some skulls. So this brings us to the topic. Wrong one. That's the right one, I think. And of course, followed by violent sound effect. Oh, that was incredibly loud, but sexy. It was kind of like a sexy loud kind of thing. Oh, and now my voice hurts. Hello. Today's topic is... That is the topic! Today's topic is, why is recovery important to you? And, for today's topic, I want to do something a bit more, something for you to think about throughout the day. Why is recovery important to you? Maybe you've just started. Maybe you've been doing this for quite a while and, you're still learning the ropes. That's okay. We're all there. We're all learning and stuff, grabbing onto ropes. And I was going to say something very inappropriate, but I decided not to because I'm a great guy. So yeah, why is recovery important to you? Obviously a personal question, and it's a question only you can answer. Obviously you can, take advice from other people why recovery is important to them. I'll talk in a bit about why it's important to me. Actually, yeah, maybe you're doing it out of, self-improvement. Maybe recovery is important to you because you want to become a better person out of principle. And that's a great thing, and why wouldn't anyone want to be a better person out of principle? Maybe you recognize that, your porn addiction or masturbation addiction is not really helping you. And you have decided that, you're going to do something about it. That's great. Recovery for me is important for a number of reasons. In particular, mental health. And, I don't have the best mental health, from past experience. I mean, it's great now. I'm just cruising along. But, in the past, it wasn't too great. And, definitely my addiction exacerbated that. I guess I have something called, bipolar disorder. And I don't really have control over it when I'm addicted to porn, because porn absolutely just it throws everything out the window. It's just like dopamine hell. Well, it's kind of like dopamine heaven, but it's like hell relative to your life when you're trying to function and you're at work, you're struggling. Yeah, and for me, obviously, so yes, mental health. That's why recovery is important. Another reason why recovery is important, and I sort of touched upon this, but so I can function in society. And that's a weird thing. I think society's becoming a lot more, under pressure. It's like, especially school, it's like, God, homework 24/7, university, and even work. Work's like a 9 to 5 commitment. And that's, if you're not working overtime. And so function is no longer, having free time anymore, or, even, having a lot of leisure time. Now it's very much go, go, go. And, when you have a porn addiction, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to be on top of things because your mind is like, no, I need to go masturbate. And the worst thing is when you need to do something critical, like, homework or, something important like the chores, and you decide instead, well, actually, no, I'm going to watch porn instead. And that's self-destructive. So that's obviously an important reason. The topic. This one's going to hurt. I suggest closing your ears. Oh, that's painful. I did warn you, though. Yeah, so, and I think an important thing as well, you don't realize how important recovery is until you recover. And that's something, I guess most people won't understand, but you don't also realize the extent to which you are self-destructive until after you've sort of overcome it. And you realize, wow, I'm actually not spending all this time watching porn and masturbating, and I'm actually using that time to do stuff that, I really enjoy, which is awesome. And that's my dog. Okay. If you hear that, that's my dog. He's come in. But we're gonna power on through, baby. That's right. That's how we do on the show. Or maybe you didn't hear anything, and I just sound like I've gone insane. So one thing that can help is to imagine how your life would be different if you were recovered. How would you envision your life? And think about the time that you do spend, watching porn and masturbating and that kind of thing. What would it mean to get that back, essentially? I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, I know when I was masturbating and watching porn, I was spending, I would say, probably a good 30 minutes to an hour a day, which, I guess in some circumstances is extreme. But, there are times when you're doing it 2, 3, 4 times a day, and it's like, it all adds up, especially over a lifetime. So yeah, at the end of the day, I can explain why it's important, but you need to come to your own conclusions, baby. Daddy Reed here on the microphone. So that was the topic. Why is recovery important to you? I think my dog is playing with a pet giraffe, but that's okay, because we've got one last segment, which is the viewer mail. The viewer mail. Gotta love those segment headers. Today's viewer mail comes from, obviously, first show, but, they get in quick. Shut up, dog. He's like going crazy with the shaking and stuff, and I think now he's gone away, just like everyone else in my life. Sad, tragic, but true. Yes, this comes from Ashley Henderson. Today's viewer mail from Enugu, Nigeria. Obviously, a legitimate viewer mail from someone in Nigeria. Ashley says, "Hey, Julius, I think you look great today." Well, Ashley, thank you. I really appreciate that. I think you look good. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Please send me your number as well. I'm highly available Monday to Friday, because that's when the podcast goes. Saturday, Sunday. I'm busy, baby. She says, "Who's your favorite porn star?" Well, Ashley, that's a bad, terrible question. That's a terrible question. Boo. Die. died. Oh, it's playing again. Oh, no. So I just killed you, Ashley. I hope that was convincing for the listener. I hope you're like, oh, wow, you actually killed someone. Intense. Well, I did. Ashley's dead now. Her corpse is on the floor. I might play with it later. Film it, put it on the internet. That's what I'm about. And that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you. I don't know how that went. I guess it was, I guess we'll find out. It's the first show. We'll tweak it a little bit, you know what I mean? We'll have different themes and stuff. But yeah, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, the Discord channel. Obviously a great place to hang out, the NeverFap Deluxe Discord. And if you'd like to send in a viewer mail, check us out on neverfapdeluxe@gmail.com. And obviously the website, neverfapdeluxe.com. And I also do another podcast, The Writers Daily. If you liked this podcast, well, I think you might like that one too. So, that brings us to the end of the show. This is the outro theme music, and as per usual, look after your mental health.